Oh, we're gonna watch Are You a Good Person? Am I a good person? To be honest, I don't really care if I'm a good person or not. I don't worry about that. So I'll let everybody else that's not me worry about that. I just do what I feel like is best for me, which is being reasonable and respectful at all times, no matter what the circumstances is.
A person?
Yes, I would say so.
Who are you better than?
You? Because I'm an empath and I have crystals.
TikTok. I saw you on TikTok. I just remember this, the 1 minute podcast.
How much do you go on TikTok?
Every single night.
Do you see a lot of people calling themselves empaths?
Yeah, I think I'm an empath. Like, I think that you're sensitive to people.
What is that? Empath? Is that an ability? We got abilities? We got the type of abilities now?
And you just kind of feel like people's energies and auras. You're not an empath?
I feel empathy, but I wouldn't call myself an empath.
Maybe I'm more sensitive. So I'm really super spiritual recently.
Crystals and astrology and stuff?
Absolutely.
What's this one?
Hematite.
What happens if I hold this? Like, what I get energy?
Yeah, but you shouldn't touch them because...
Shit, why?
Because now your energy's in my crystal, but it's fine. I'll cleanse it later. It's not a big
You cleanse my energy. What if I have good energy? Do you think he's a good man?
Well, he's my little brother, so I think everything he does is pretty great, but he just has great character, integrity, he's a hard worker.
Is she a good woman?
For sure. I have her as an older sister. I really see all her motherly qualities, like loving, caring, so supportive. I could keep going, but
What do you think about the fact that she said a lot of masculine qualities and you said a lot of feminine qualities? You immediately said motherly, supportive, and she said hardworking, providing. What does that make you think?
just the way we grew up. I was the one to really take out the trash. She was the one to do the laundry. That's the first thing that comes to mind,
Yeah, when you grow up a certain way, it's just how things are to you. Then when you get older and you experience more of the world, it's you realize that view is not solid all the time. It's not the only way to think.
I don't know. I'm not a fucking psychologist. You're out to...
That was a well-adjusted individual right there. Specifically woman. Woman who has mindsets like this, they go far in life. Especially for the men. When they grow up, even though they've been through some things and believe some things, they don't necessarily have to keep believing it. That's up to them. But, when you get older, you learn that, you gotta just do what's best for you. So, you could do it in a way where it's not toxic either. Like what she's doing, what I'm doing, and a lot of other folks. But then there's a lot of other folks that's doing the opposite. Like this person about to pop up in the video right now.
Only way to think.
I don't know. I'm not a...
This person here. I'm sorry, but the way you just answered the question, why you answer like you was being interrogated. You chose to sit down, okay? He didn't tell you sit down on pop a bullet, GTA style.
You're out to prove a point that empaths don't exist, and then taking every single one of our answers and twisting it to
I'm not twisting it. I'm
you
trying to...
really are. I'm not going out there being oh my god, let me put empath in my Twitter bio. I'm just you asked me if I consider myself an empath.
I didn't even see this video. This is my first time. This is live. And I just predicted who this type of person is. And I never met them in my life.
And I'm trying to figure out why.
And I do because I am...
Look at this individual. They look so bothered. Look what they're doing to this. They sabotaging themselves so bad they don't even realize it. If you feel this interrogated, you feel this pressured or whatnot, you ain't had to sit down. There's still time to get up. What is she doing? Still over there. These are called self-sabotagers. Usually we call them over here mid-lanians, meaning that they are from Midtown, which is an atmosphere where losers and lame folks, cultivate and indulge in their activities, losing lame activities. Basically the losers are folks who, live off jealousy, live off envy, people that just thrive off of hatred. Those are mid-lanians, and it seems like she's one of them, because she ain't doing nothing positive, she's not even benefiting herself. she can benefit herself right now by leaving, because look how she's acting, her behavior.
I know that I'm a strongly empathetic person.
Because you're more empathetic than most people.
I don't know, maybe everybody is this empathetic. Maybe everybody is an empath, sure.
Then why call yourself that?
I don't know. What? So did
Tweak.
Took a long time to think about that.
Yeah.
It's like she was feeling interrogated and you know, uptight. Not uptight, but like she was feeling, you know, on edge because she's been, you know what I'm saying, tested. And in life, everyone that's living still or that continues to live, they will be questioned. Their character will be questioned, you know. For all types of people. That's why you gotta get that self-love and stuff, you know, that mindset that woman has, you know, and some other folks have, like we do too. You know, that mindset will protect you and you know, help you avoid self-sabotage like that. You know, like when someone trying to question your character, like saying, why do you believe this? What's the meaning of that? Okay, if you believe in that, then why this and that? Now, depending on how you respond to it will prove if you're really in tune with yourself. She's not in tune with herself. She just got caught in 4K, red dotted, simple. You know what I'm saying? She thinks she knows what she's talking about. She got caught, simple. You know what I'm saying? The cat caught her tongue. You know what I'm saying? You know what the cat say?
About that.
Yeah, it's my street name.
How'd you lose the tooth?
The tooth? Well, actually, I was diving on the couch and I was drunk and I missed the couch. If there's ever a moment you don't feel awesome, you stop, take a deep breath, just start feeling awesome again. And I still a pair of sneakers. I walk out the door like it's John Travolta. Yo, my little ugly ass, I get a couple of bad bitches. Some ugly ones, a few fat ones, maybe old, but I get a couple of them.
It's a really good question.
Very good question.
Wow, you're really bringing up some moral quandaries. This is a good question.
Who's better, men or women?
They, thems, non-binary people.
You're non-binary too?
I'm edging on non-binary. I don't enforce my pronouns on anybody, but like I guess I'm like a soft she they. I don't know.
Soft she they.
Soft she they.
You know what I'm saying? That's tough.
He said soft she they. I don't know that's the right terminology if you want to use that. If just, you know, to public individuals, just random folks, because people gonna take that the wrong way. They're like soft, and then they're gonna think everything is sweet. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna have to throw some salt at them because to let them know that this ain't sweet. It may look like it, but you know what I'm saying? Salt and sugar do look alike, but it tastes different. You feel me? And the only way to know that is you gotta get a taste. Some people just look at it and just go with it. They goofy. So she's gonna sabotage herself like this. I'm just saying. Soft sheet. Just say what you need to say. You don't need to beat around the bush. This just looks like beat around the bush to me, because I've seen that happen too many times. You know what I'm saying? It's tough.
What does that mean?
It means I don't totally identify as a woman.
Everyone in the LGBT is popular. I mean, I think it is the Pride Month. To be honest, for me, like communities like that, you know, such as the Black movement and all this, LGBT, all this stuff, I tend not to support them like that because you've seen the negativity that comes from that, right? Not saying that those organizations are bad. It's just that it's being sabotaged from the inside, you know what I'm saying, the inside job. And when, you know what I'm saying, when something's contaminated, what do? You leave, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, let's say you're in a group chat or you in a group with some toxic people, you know what I'm saying? The energy, you know, it's not quite there. The group, you know what I'm saying? Stuff. Some folks in there are cool, but, you know, majority, sometimes that stuff gets out of pocket. You're not feeling that energy anymore. It's just like that, you feel me? I respect all those organizations, but I tend to, like, drift away. You know, when it comes to like all those things, like supporting this stuff, I just respect them though, because you know they're all humans and they all make decisions just like I do, so I respect them. That being said, supporting, you know what I'm saying, that takes a lot of investment.
My bio.
Oh, that's not soft at all. That's a commitment.
Is it though?
Nah. Don't say that's a soft. No.
I still feel like that's pretty soft.
In the bio?
I feel like a lot of people who are like, oh my God, I'm an empath. It's like you just have human emotion and you just aren't. If they see someone crying and they're like, I think that person's sad. I'm an empath. I would know. I don't know. It's like, oh, my mom just died. Oh, I sense you're sad. I'm an empath, so I get it.
Why do people even think that's different? Isn't that the most standard human thing ever?
People like to be cool and quirky, and they can label that as cool and quirky.
What do you think about the fact that empathy's become quirky?
If empathy is quirky, then I think everyone on Earth should be quirky.
This is what I feel like. I feel like some of these individuals that believe in zodiac signs and stuff, they should go all watch anime. I feel like these folks don't watch anime for some reason. I just feel like, you know, people that believe in them zodiac signs and think feel this impact and all this stuff, I feel like the one that be saying they're really in tune with their spirituality and try to smear it in everybody's faces. I feel like they should go watch anime, bro. Go give them a fire anime to watch, you know what I'm saying? Probably they could start with, you know, a little bit with Jujutsu Kaisen or you know, throw a little, you know what I'm saying, some Naruto or some romantic stuff. They need some anime because they got a lot too much in their hands and they just want to like find a way to bother people, you know, by smearing their beliefs. Nothing wrong with them believing that. It doesn't matter to me because it has nothing to do with me. But when they start smearing it, that's when it has something to do with me, you, everybody around the vicinity. Empathy and empath is diff. Like they saying like they empath is like feeling empathy for someone. That's what those people say. That's why I'm like, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna digress with the red flags that's popping, you know, spider senses, but we're gonna try to focus on, you know what I'm saying, these individuals just need to watch anime. That's what it just feels like. I feel like it will solve their problem. They would definitely, I feel like they still be themselves, but they'd be more in tune with themselves. Cause I feel like they accept themselves, but I feel like they just drift away from their body, like from their soul, bro, and they just go somewhere else. Like I don't think they're in tune with themselves, bro.
And have basic human empathy.
And if everybody's quirky, nobody's quirky.
It's the quirky paradox, man, you know?
I can see you being a she-they.
Why?
It's all the jewelry.
No, it's the jewelry.
The piercings?
It's not that you look like a they, but you look like you could be a she-they.
Insult or a compliment?
Sorry, I mean...
It's nothing.
It is what it... I'm just saying, just being honest.
Okay. Is it the eyeliner?
That's who. It's everything.
Oh, it's the eyeliner.
Yeah. Do you have crystals?
Okay. Do I have crystals? I don't use them.
Or what they call like pick-me's, you know, like girls who are like, oh, I don't like pink. Like, oh, girl stuff's wrong. Oh, I would drink beer with the boys. Cause
I'm not like other girls.
Yeah, like that kind of thing.
Shouldn't people realize?
For the girls that drink beer with the boys, nothing wrong with that. For the girls that don't like pink, nothing wrong with that. But don't address it with no one acts. When you start to do that, then we're gonna all look at you like,
you know what I'm saying? That's tough!
Realize that trying not to be mainstream is mainstream. That like calling yourself an empath to not be normal is literally one of the most basic ass bitch things you could do. Like
gym crystal ladies will cry when watching a movie and be like, I feel emotion deeper than anyone that has ever existed at any time period ever.
Why don't you have crystals?
I do actually, yeah.
Why are you making fun of gem crystal girls if you are one?
Because I feel like you can only make fun of something you understand.
How often does she use her crystals?
I've never seen her use crystals.
How does dude look like? What's that dude's name? The one that cast his, the one that starred in Star Wars, Kylo Ren. Why he look like Kylo Ren, man? My man look like Ben. I feel like people that are truly empath is the people that don't talk about it. Like they don't smear it in people's faces. They don't be like, oh, everybody in the room, look at me. I feel this energy. I feel this energy in this. It's kind of suspicious. It's kind of a blue, red, green. Somewhere in between. You know what I'm saying? When they start doing that, it becomes a little of a reach, you know? I'm just saying, it's like it's like someone like exploding your notification, just blowing up your phone, like just to ask, you know what I'm saying, some goofy question like, what time does the store open or something, or where can you get some goof? It's just, unnecessary activities when they start to smear it in people's faces. Just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Let the action speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? Like the true empath people would do, or the true empath or true whatever they speak of. Because those people are real. It's just that I don't believe that it's these individuals that are showing up. I feel like they just trying to put up a front. Some of them, not all of them,
I
but
don't know how to use them.
You have them though.
I have them, but I don't know what to do with them.
You're the rocks. How do you use them?
In my house.
Why?
Because I was given them.
Crystal bitches.
Crystal bitches. Nah.
So how do you identify yourself? Because like a lot of people use these things to like have an identity. Empaths, she, they, crystals. Like it's like this is me. What makes you you?
Drugs.
No, don't say that.
Me? No, I'm Italian and Irish.
Albanian.
You from Brooklyn?
Yeah, I was born and raised.
Yeah, you got the yeah. How long have you been together?
why are you holding her like that's her kid? This dude's holding her like that's his kid, bro. That's too funny.
3 years. Almost, yeah.
What do you guys argue about the most? Let me guess. Is it usually you're busy with work and then she wants to hang out and then you argue about it, but because you're busy, you're like, no, I'm working, and then she doesn't understand and she thinks that your time is being.
You could say that. Yeah, like anything. It could be just me just thinking about something in my life, just, you know, and I don't have time, but.
So would you say that, do you start most of the arguments?
I think so, yeah.
What do you think about that?
I don't know.
Does he say he gets stressed out and drained by all the arguing?
Bro, look at him. He said he don't complain about the argument. We all see in this man's face what is written on there.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
But you, like, do you feel drained and like what are the?
Especially in the beginning of the
I'm at
relationship, it was really
13.
hard. For both of us, this is our first long-term relationship. We got together when we were 16 in high school. Yeah. But now it's so much better. After getting through all those stages, I say it's really worth it. Yeah.
So you progress past the big fighting stages.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Relationship, there's gonna be disagreements, so you're not running away from that. That's just comes with being a couple. Depending on how big the disagreements are, that depends on the couple. But I'm sorry, bro. I don't know anybody that actually like the experience of the disagreements between each other. Yeah, it was worth it getting past it and through it. But as far as liking it, he's talking about he don't complain. You know, dang well you be, you know what I'm saying, in the room, you know what I'm saying, fire on your pillow.
Look down at. Let's be honest. Like with those thoughts you have in your head about like people like, ugh, and we don't really say it because you don't want to hurt feelings. But like, who's the, meh, like, come on, I'm saving animals. I got crystals.
Like,
They're trash. No.
I don't know.
They're trash. Why?
I feel like they have emotional. They depend on like women too much. I don't know.
Stop the cap.
I don't like
You dated a couple Dominican men.
Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
He said that Dominican men rely on women too much. What are you talking about? That's in your domain. That's your L lane. That's not everybody else's lane, bro.
But where's the hurt come from?
My dad. No, but I love him.
You see a lot of people you go to school with that get stuck in trying to be a good person.
Dominican men, watch out for her, bro. She's a danger. She's a hunter, bro.
Too much.
Hard to like be perfect. Like they're chasing this like I have to do this and that pressure. Imposter syndrome is so real. Like every day I'm like I shouldn't be here. I don't know what I'm doing. You gotta fake it till you make it.
I feel like it's like a basic.
Do not fake it till you make it. I'm telling you this right now. Do not do that. You're gonna end up like these self-sabotagers, mid-lanians.
Human desire to like categorize ourselves, you know, we want to call ourselves like Geminis and Scorpios and Libras and all this bullshit. So I mean,
You're saying it's a bullshit way to classify and identify yourself, like Gemini. And
said that.
She literally just said that.
no, I'm saying it's like
Literally just said that.
I'm not crazy. It gives a sense of community. It gives a sense of
Validates.
it's validating, you know.
Bro, who? Who are you validating to? If it's not yourself, I'm sorry, you're selling. You're folding. You see what she's saying? She beat around all the bushes until there's no more bushes to beat. And what she comes to conclusion to, she don't know what she wants. You know what I'm saying? She's looking for validation outside of her source. The main source is you. Why are you looking validation outside of the source that you get it from? The real validation you get from yourself. You don't get it from outside. The validations you get outside are like either fake or a high risk. You know what I'm saying? So you don't look for validations outside. You gotta look from within, because then that's where you can be in tune with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Avoid sabotaging like they are.
So, we don't want to take that away from people either. That makes sense?
Empath. Did you look it up yet?
Let's look it up.
Did you look it up? Okay.
I actually didn't, so this is good research.
We got to look this up, man, because some people don't have compassion. Somebody look at you and say,
Yeah, some people don't have that. You could tell who those people are. And I used to say this too a lot. And I'm gonna continue saying it. What a time to be alive in this day and age, because now it's easier to avoid trials and to avoid sabotage. Like trials and tribulations will become a little bit easier because you'll be able to avoid certain situations that will cut your life in half or clap you when you're done. You know what I'm saying? And back then it used to be a lot tougher, and you get caught up accidentally, whatnot, it wasn't your fault, it don't matter. Now now people have a lot more chances to avoid the dangerous situations that they could possibly put themselves in, such as the millennials. They are a prime example of that.
hey, suck it up, and that's how they...
That is a form of compassion in a way.
It's a tough love.
That's male compassion.
There you go. Male compassion?
That's what we need to hear. We don't need someone, if we're crying, what we need is not someone to cry with us. What we need is a guy to be like, suck it up.
But here's the thing. If you're crying, why should I tell you to stop?
Let him cry it out, and then tell him stop.
Okay, well, cry it out then.
Empaths would see someone crying and then cry next to them. But men, it's like, all right, we see you, but bro, keep your head up. Wipe your tears.
I don't know everything, but I know.
I'm gonna explain this real quick. Can put himself in a controversial thing, which is I don't think he minds. I wanna twist a little bit what he said to make him look like this dude's a genius, because what he said was a genius thing. So he said, you know what I'm saying, people when they cry and stuff, when they're in a bad state, they don't want someone else to be in a bad state with them. They wanna you know what I'm saying, want to hear just shut up and you know what I'm saying, and stop crying and keep it pushing. Yeah, that tough love is wild. To be honest, I don't recommend tough love because only certain people can deal with that. And I don't feel like tough love is the only thing that's needed. Tough love is for people that are stubborn. But the ones that are not stubborn, right? The ones that try to be nice and genuine, they don't need tough love. They just need to be, guided to tapping in. You can guide them to to be tapped in. They need to be tapped in, but they have to be guided towards that assistance, a little bit of assistance, like holding their hand. Nothing wrong with that. Some people need that. You know what I'm saying? If you're not up for that, don't get yourself into that. Don't try to comfort someone that is out of your ability, because you got to do that for you first. Because if you can't be in tune with yourself, you can't be well adjusted, how on earth are you supposed to enjoy what you like, enjoy what you do, enjoy anything or do anything outside of internal, if you can't get the internal straight?
Courts, I would prepare. Yes, I would prepare kids for court and their family cases and stuff like that.
The most fucked up kid you saw?
I'm not supposed to tell you, but fuck my NDA. Basically, he set off a firework under his ex-girlfriend's car, and her dad found it and got super injured, and so he sued. But yeah, and he...
Look at that. I just got done explaining what happens when you don't stay in tune with yourself, when you don't love yourself. She just explained that as well, in a real time. She said she knows some kid, there's something catastrophic to the point where almost got somebody killed. See what I'm saying? Sabotage you. That stuff is a disease. And the only way, there's no cure, but the only way, there's no cure for the sabotage, by the way, and stress. There's no cure for that. But there is a way to dilute the, dilute the impact. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, when you jump off of those railings, whatever, let's say you jump into a pool. Now, you could jump to a pool however way you want. Best suggestion is to keep your feet first to dilute the impact. Now, if you want to jump on your back, lay on your back or your stomach, go ahead, but you finna feel a lot of critical damage. You know what I'm saying? A lot. You're gonna hear a lot of this right here. Go lay on your back or your stomach, you're gonna hear a lot of this right here. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever that you feel is best for you. You could be yourself. That's not the issue. It's just being filtered. Those comes with time and patience. And you get patience by focusing on yourself. All these things come hand in hand. Just start with yourself first. You can start with something simple.
He sat there and tried to convince the jury that she deserved it. And I was like, yeah.
City boys up, bro. Women deserve less, you feel me?
And he really was sitting there, and like the jury is like a jury of his peers, like it's teenagers questioning him. They're like, "Bro, is there anything that you could tell us?" And he's like, "Man, fuck that bitch." I'm like, on the stand and everything. So I wouldn't say that he's like. I mean,
was the jury laughing?
Yeah, actually. And then like one of the questions didn't like him. He's like, "Because I was piping his daughter."
Coming back from work, yeah.
Long day, right? You gave out a long day of work, Si.
Squats, flutter kicks, tired is a state of mind. I'll pick up my son, go home, eat with my family. You never know, it could go viral.
Who's the best person ever?
Whew. And there's a lot of good people. My personal hero is Giuseppe Garibaldi. You ever heard of him?
I have no idea.
He's an Italian national hero. Against racism before people even knew what racism was, or freed Italy. He unified the country, and then he retired to an island.
Freed Italy from who?
No, he united Italy. 5 different kingdoms.
It was like 500 BC.
No, this was like 120 years ago. He's even got a house where he lived on Staten Island. Married a Latin American woman, too.
Who's the worst person ever?
Oh, gosh. Oh, man, there's a lot. Yeah, I guess you got to go with Hitler. That's a cliche one, right? And he killed millions of people, so.
Why is he not as bad as like Mao or Stalin?
They're all bad. I mean, Stalin said it, right? You kill one person, it's a tragedy. You kill millions, it's statistics, so.
Thank you.
There's no level to it. All right, thanks.
Thank you for watching. You know the full version is on Patreon. Did any interviews stand out for the Patreon? Like I'm telling people, I'm doing the Patreon. Little plug right now.
I'm losing.
He doesn't care. Tier 1, you get access to all the videos. It's just $4. Tier 4, you get executive producer credit. You get a shout out right here. Look at that. That's a shout out. Those people are executive producers. That's the coolest word I could put for that. That's all I had to say, right? Is there anything else? Be good if you're gonna... Bruh.